Welcome back to another Dark and Darker video. Today I'm on my level 20 Ranger, and this is full after wipe. I don't have any items on this, but I still have the levels from last wipe. And we're just going to get my perks on here real quick. And let's go ahead, get quick shot, field ration. So yeah, I'm on completely new character. Haven't played a run yet, but I am level 20. And today what I want to talk about is if Ranger is OP, and I'm just going to say immediately, no, Ranger is not OP, but he is exhibiting symptoms of problems with gear disparity. And I'm going to level with that because some people think gear shouldn't be in the game at all, and I think that's absolutely insane, and those people want to kill the game. I do not like those people. I am not in agreement with those people at all. And some people think gear should be toned down to the point where, you know, a purple's only like 10% better than base grays. I also don't agree with those people. What I do have a problem with is one-shot metas. I really dislike one-shot metas because there's a lot of times where you just can't play against it. If the enemy gets the jump on you, you just die instantaneously. And you have such a leg up on your opponents with metas like that, where if you get the first shot off, that it makes the game not fun to play, and there really is not much PvP in those metas. You just don't get very long fights, and I don't like that. I also don't think fights should be going on for 5+ minutes. That's stupid. I don't agree with that. But what I would like to see is weapon damage on armor items and things like that. I would like to see those removed from the game, except for ones like physical power, magical power, and other ones that are a little bit more percent-based because they are a lot slower, a lot less egregious, and they buff your damage much less. And even that, I don't know. Maybe that needs to be removed too. And then keep those extra damage rolls on the weapons. And I've also seen that they're testing out on two-handed weapons with higher damage rolls. I think that's a good thing because one-handed weapons and faster attacking weapons are even more egregious with this, because if you just add flat damage on something that's way faster attacking, then you have a problem. But really, the problem is this one-shotting meta, and there's a couple ways to solve this. I think the easiest way to solve it is just remove a lot of the rolls that give extra weapon damage. I think that's why Ranger shows so many signs of being OP right now. It's really a sign of gear is a problem rather than Ranger is OP, but there's so many weapon damage rolls. You don't see anyone really complaining about Wizard being OP. That's not really a problem because there just aren't that many magic damage rolls. It's not a thing. So you don't have many people complaining about it in the first place because it's not something to worry about. So this gear is both common and you can get it on everything. So you can get a setup, really a 400 gold setup with plus weapon damage on everything and kill everyone. And it's just absolutely egregious. And I am getting moved in on by multiple players right now, and this is a problem. There's a guy down there, guy on my left, guy up north. Over to the east might have a respite. This is very bad situation I'm in right now. But yeah, basically weapon damage is a problem because you can build these one-shot kits very quickly, and Ranger is especially egregious with the one-shot kits because he can attack you from so far away, and his attack speed is so quick. You get hit with one shot to the body with a like really good God Ranger kit, and it's just going to kill you instantaneously. And I gotta make certain that these goblins don't kill me instantaneously here. And this is the old High Roller map, which I do know fairly well, but not the best. And quite frankly, I don't particularly like the old High Roller map. The mob density is insane on this map, and I dislike that. But back to weapon damage. If you are able to one-shot from across the map just with a body shot, and you're able to shoot at the speed of light, everyone's going to hate that. No one is going to have fun. That's why people didn't like the landmine rogue meta. I mean, that was absolutely problematic. And it's kind of back again, but not a problem specifically with rogue. It's a problem with gear in general. And it happens. All attributes especially is egregious as well because it gives you everything. You get +2 all attributes. +3 is not in the game, by the way. I've seen people saying that. That is not a thing right now. +3 is not a thing. But +2 all is a thing, and it's really just better than every stat. I mean, you just get so much extra damage. You get extra speed. You open up things faster. It's just a problem. And I think strength is a problem as well, because it gives extra weapon damage and it gives extra constitution at the same time. Okay, let's split that up into multiple stats. And maybe strength should only go on weapons, and maybe constitution should be something on armor. Maybe that's the buff armor needs to slow the game down as well, because I think armor should be buffed and weapons should not just be outright the only thing you buy. That's kind of annoying, and it makes kitting just really annoying. It leaves no purpose to kitting at the end of the day. And there's more people there. This is getting annoying. I just want to get out of this match with some gold so I can buy some stuff. We'll go up on this northern path here and hopefully get past. I gotta keep an eye out behind me. Yeah, and I think these extra damage rolls, I like them. I think they should be a thing, but only on weapons. Just give them to weapons. I like the two-handers having higher rolls. That's a good thing. I think that's a move in the right direction. But we're not quite there yet. And I'm trying to just give this guy crouchies. We're going to close this door because I think he's trying to bum rush me. But he wanted a team, and then I drew an arrow at him, but he can't tell that I can't see him there. I don't particularly want to fight with this guy. I'm not well kitted or anything right now, and I really just need a first extract. Fighter dude's leaving there. I would have liked to leave there. Even with just a couple gold, that makes all the difference so that I can buy a longbow or something like that. And I really don't like this map. This map's annoying and bad. I don't like it. And I got the middle spawn here, and that just means everyone converges on you super quickly, and I also dislike that. That is so not cool. Back to weapon damage, though. Weapon damage on weapons. Let's go for it. Let's do that. Physical power on armor. Let's give it a shot, at least. I think it's worth trying. I don't know if it actually should be a thing in the game, but let's give it a shot. Break strength into constitution, and strength being strength, just doing extra weapon damage. And then probably remove weapon damage or physical damage, all those sort of repeat stats from the game. True physical damage should stay in the game, I think, because that's quite meaningfully different. But all these stats that are basically the same, remove all the ones that are repeats and leave just one in. That way there isn't a huge excess of the gear in the game, because that's also a problem. And then if you add constitution rolls to armor as well, we might start seeing people with much higher health pools, and that would slow the game down quite a bit. I don't want 5-minute fights still. I want good 20, 30-second fights. I don't want 2-second fights. 2-second fights are stupid. Those are egregiously stupid. And I'm going to go grab these 2 chests in the zone here because I still have another meat jerky. And I could use it if I need to. And the game's coming to an end. And I really just don't have that much loot here. I hate this high roller map. Back into the zone. But we really just need a first extract at this point. Let's go back over here. There should be some extracts at this point. Where are the extracts? And yeah, these high damage metas are just absolutely problematic in every game they come into like this. It just does not work. When you're one-shotting people, that's a really quick way to make them quit the game. No one likes getting one-shot in any game like this. It's not CSGO. It's not some super hyper-competitive game. And it's a slow game. It's supposed to be slow. But we're not getting that right now. And I think that's really annoying and really awful. And I think it's turning new players away from the game. And I'd really like to see new players enjoy the game as much as I have. And really get to know the game and understand, hey, this is what Dark and Darker is. And it's actually a really fun game. But that's not happening right now. Right now, they're getting turned away because they get one shot. The other day, I was running high roller for a bit. First game I go into, team has full legendaries. And I'm pretty good at the game. I've played quite a bit of it. I play solo in trios oftentimes and do fairly well ratting. And this was me playing with a trio. And we just get rolled the first thing we go in. Some guy hits me with his longbow and does 90% of my health on the first hit. And I was kitted, by the way, on Warlock. Not particularly high physical damage reduction or anything, but I had like 110 health. He was doing a lot of damage. If he had headshot me, would have killed me instantly. And on top of that, what happened afterwards was we ran it back in regulars. We're like, okay, maybe our kits just aren't good enough for high roller. Let's try regulars. And the same thing happens in regulars immediately after that. And we were in the level 15 lobbies, of course. I like to play in the level 15 lobbies plus. But if that's the type of thing that you deal with, then what players end up doing is they keep re-rolling over and over and over to the below level 15 lobbies. And then those players are so much better than the players who are supposed to be in there, the very new players, that what ends up happening is the new players get pushed away. So everyone's getting funneled down one tier and to an area they shouldn't be in. And it's just absolutely wreaking havoc on the game. Now, another way I think they could really do some damage into this as well is the skill trees. The skill trees could absolutely push this back quite a bit still. And I think skill trees are going to do wonders for the game if they implement them right, because there will be all sorts of different play styles and all sorts of counters to these current play styles. But skill trees don't have anything right now on a plus 40 weapon damage kit or a plus 25 weapon damage kit and a plus 25 strength kit, plus 25 physical damage. At that point, you're just one-shotting everyone. How are you supposed to play the game? And once again, the reason why this isn't a problem for the magic classes is because they don't have as many stats that can roll. So this gear isn't as common. And the gear that is plus magic damage and plus true magic damage goes for absurd amounts. Like any piece of gear with both of those rolls on it that are all the high rolls goes for like 1,000 gold. Meanwhile, the same thing with physical damage goes for like 50 gold now. And this is another problem I wanted to get into. You can see the rolls at the trader, and I think that's a problem. Because you can see the rolls, basically their strategy has come about where you go into the trader and you go find all the things with like +2 all attributes, right? And then you go buy them for 50 gold or whatever it costs you. And after you buy it for 50 gold, you go ahead and flip it for 100 gold in the trader, in the trading lounge. And then these other players can get up for just 100 gold a piece with these best in slot rolls on those greens. And they can do the same thing with blues and even with purples with the candies trader. And that is causing problems. I think it would be much better off if it went just like Ruby Silver and it hid the rolls, so you'd actually have to buy the item and get the rolls on it. We get a longbow here. I'm going to use that longbow. They have nerfed longbows a bit, but I still think they're a tad better than recurves. And yeah, so these players can kit up for absurdly cheap, and everyone seems to think that this is like a super good thing. Oh, because everyone can kit up for super cheap. But that's not actually the case. What ends up happening is there's just way, way better gear in the game. And when gear disparity is as problematic as it is right now, what ends up happening is you get an even more cyclical problem where it all waterfalls up to the top. Because these players will continue stomping these people who bring in 2 good greens or 3 good blues, and they'll continue stomping them in one shot and taking all of their loot. And how you doing, buddy? Hit him in the arm there. Let's reload here. I am winning this engagement so far, but not by much. Oh, we're gonna do this, guy. Come on. And he's stepping out of his cover. Horrible idea. Okay, he figured out he had a horrible idea. I didn't punish him for it. Oh, he died to the zone. Oh, he's got some candies for me and some other loot. Let's go ahead and take all of that. Great. Thanks, buddy. And these are level 15 plus lobbies. I'm not just beating up on Timmys or anything, guys. I'm not here to do that. I'm not particularly all that mechanically skilled on Ranger myself. I play a lot more Wizard for PvP. This thing needs to die. I'm getting beat up by the zone here. You screw off, bola slinger. And I learned the way to kite the bola slingers, by the way. If you are a couple goblins distance away from them, you can basically crouch and look down because they always aim at your head. And you can dodge them. So that's the easiest way to dodge the bola slingers. I was having trouble with them for a long, long time. And yeah, so back to the topic of all the gear going upwards. That is a problem with there being no counterplay. There should be every once in a while a Timmy who gets lucky, or third parties, a group of people with really good gear on, and they get to claim the third gear and they get a turn with it, right? That doesn't happen in this game, though, because if you're running around with 300 HP and also you deal 400 damage a shot, then no one's ever going to touch you. You are untouchable. You are the untouchable god of this video game, and no one's going to get anywhere when they try and attack you every single time. And that's not good for game health. I want the Timmys to win a fight every once in a while. I'm not particularly a fan of third-partying all that much, but I understand that it's healthy for a game like this, which ultimately this game is fairly casual, but it has its competitive elements. And I like those competitive elements, by the way. And we have some items here that I just need to drop. And this room is fairly annoying, but we're gonna deal. Why won't this thing go down? Also, I see a lot of people feeling like betrayed by Iron Mace and stuff like that after they re-added a lot of the stronger stats to the game. The way it was before, gear was not impactful at all. After you got past purple, there really wasn't much impact from the gear, and it didn't make a meaningful difference anymore, especially because you could get whatever rolls you wanted from the shop. It was just an absolute problem, and players would have just started dropping off incredibly quickly. That does not mean where we're at now is not a problem, by the way. I've been saying all sorts of things as to why it is a problem before this, but starting to feel betrayed by Iron Mace and all that sort of stuff. First off, you're probably addicted to the video game in the first place. You probably need to go outside, touch some grass for a little bit, and clear your head, because you're a little bit too connected with the video game. But also, this is a testing phase. I don't actually want to fight that guy. That's a crossbow guy there. Oh, that thing almost hit me. I'm going to go in this room to the south, and once again, this is the high roller map. I hate this map. I freaking hate this map. It just doesn't have very much loot, and the mob density is way too high. Okay, and someone stole the escape portal I was here and spawn over here. That's too bad. Happens. Yeah, and if you want new players to keep playing this game, which I absolutely want new players to keep playing this game, then what needs to happen is they need to have a chance, guys. We can't have this system where the 1% of players wins 99.9% of battles. That just won't ever work. We do need something to tame it back. I think those top 1% of players should win most of their battles, absolutely. But the Timmys need a chance every once in a while, because if they die 10 times in a row without getting a single kill, even though they're on a map with an even playing field, they're playing solos and solo, and that's what they're running into, that's going to make them quit the game, and then our queue timers get longer, and all sorts of other problems that I just don't want. I want to see this game thrive and flourish. Uh-huh. Did I just hear this dude on my left? No, that was my own thing I was hearing. Oh, he left some more free loot for us. Those are not worth taking. Okay, there's a player across the way. I just bopped him in the head. And I'm basically going to be forced to fight for this one because there will be a portal in the middle here. Yeah. So you can memorize the portal spawns on these maps, by the way, and watch out for all of these stones in the middle here. It is a problem. This guy is better geared than I am, and I don't particularly want to fight him, but I need him gone if I'm to take this escape portal. And that's exactly what I was worried about. Maybe I can get the jump on him with this invis pot, but other than that, we're going to have a bad time. I am in the level 15 plus lobbies, and he might actually have some gear on. Wait, that's a third person down below. Not sure if I hit him there. Hit him twice there. This guy is geared. And that spider's on me now. You little rat. And he had his meats left. Oh no. Ah, there I go. And I die to Mr. Legolas, who does not have very good aim, honestly. Yeah, this guy's pretty kitted. He's got some of those +2 all attributes. He doesn't know how to kit his gear particularly well, but he also had a green longbow, his +2 strength, and a blue spear. And he also had health potions. That was really the difference maker, was just health potions. No, he's dead. He's dead too. He didn't get out in time. Poor play. Poor play. I killed him. It may have killed me, but I killed him. Okay, but anyways, guys, I'd like to know your thoughts on this. Give your ideas in the comments. I honestly think the game is going to keep changing for the better in the long term, as long as we give it some time. And subscribe if you guys would like to see more content like this. And if you guys don't want to see more content like this, just comment below and tell me, hey, I don't want to see more content like this.